Fungi is divided into two divisions. Primitive fungi, that is known as Oomycota. Advanced fungi, that is Eumycota. जो primitive fungi है इसके अंदर दो classes है. Yes, in this primitive fungi primitive division there is distinguishment of two classes. One is Oomycetes, another one is Zygomycetes. Oomycetes and Zygomycetes, sometimes they are placed under same group. Yes, Oomycetes and Zygomycetes, sometimes they are placed under same class, that is Phycomycetes. Right. Now Eumycota is divided into three classes. That is Deuteromycetes, Ascomycetes, and Basidiomycetes. Now the classification of the fungi into the different groups, this is based upon type of mycelium, mode of spore formation as well as fruiting body. तो जो feature classification के लिए mainly use करे, I am writing those feature, that is type of mycelium, mode of spore as well as fruiting body formation. So now I will be distinguishing between these five classes with respect to few important features. First feature which I will be dealing here, that is mycelium. In the case of Oomycetes and Zygomycetes, there is presence of cenocytic mycelium. तो जो primitive fungi है, primitive fungi के अंदर cenocytic mycelium present है. और बाकी ये तीनों जो ग्रुप्स है, इन सब के अंदर प्रेजेंट है septate mycelium. Yes, all of these three septate mycelium. In the Deuteromycetes, the septate mycelium which is present, that is only primary mycelium. Right now we have discussed two type of septate mycelium is there, that is primary and secondary. Here there is presence of only primary. In the Ascomycetes, both primary and secondary they are present, but primary is long-lived and secondary is short-lived. In Basidiomycetes also, primary as well as secondary mycelium, but now here primary is short-lived and secondary is long-lived. Now after mycelium we can also see type of septa. Here we can see types of septa. पहले दोनों केसेस के अंदर तो septa absent है. In the Deuteromycetes there is presence of simple pore septum. In the Ascomycetes also there is presence of simple pore septum. And in the case of Basidiomycetes there is presence of dolly pore septum. डॉलीपोर सेप्टम प्रेजेंट है बेसिडियोमाइसिटीज के अंदर, बट प्लीज राइट नेम ऑफ टू फंजाई अंडर बेसिडियोमाइसिटीज वेयर डॉलीपोर सेप्टम इज एब्सेंट, दैट इज रस्ट फंजाई, फंजाई का नाम लिखिए जहां पर डॉलीपोर सेप्टम एब्सेंट है, रस्ट फंजाई एंड स्मट फंजाई. Rust fungi scientific name is Puccinia. Smut fungi scientific name is Ustilaco. Right. Now after type of septa, now let's see what is the condition of cell wall. In the first group, Oomycetes, cell wall is made up of cellulose. Cell wall बनी हुई है cellulose की, just like algae. That's why this group is also known as algal fungi. This group is known as algal fungi having cellulosic cell wall. And rest of the group, all these groups, cell wall is made up of chitin. Now after cell wall, I will be dealing with asexual and sexual structure formed in these classes. In the Oomycetes, asexual reproduction. Asexual reproduction can occur through the formation of motile spore, that is zoospore. Through the formation of motile spore, that is zoospore. ये जो zoospore है ये पूरी Oomycetes के members में नहीं बनेगा. This zoospore is only formed in aquatic members of Oomycetes. Only going to be formed in aquatic members. और जिस fungi के अंदर zoospore बनेगा, that fungi is known as zoosporic fungi. After the Oomycetes, now ज़ाइगोमाइसिटीज. ज़ाइगोमाइसिटीज के अंदर जो एक स्पोर बनता है, दैट इज स्पोरेंजियोस्पोर. दिस स्पोरेंजियोस्पोर इज नॉन मोटाइल. सिर्फ मोटाइल स्पोर बनेगा Oomycetes के अंदर, एंड इन रेस्ट ऑफ द फंजाई द मोटाइल स्ट्रक्चर्स दे आर टोटली एब्सेंट. नाउ ड्यूटेरोमाइसिटीज, the spore which is formed, that is conidia, non-motile. Ascomycetes, again formation of conidia. Basidiomycetes, Basidiomycetes, generally spore formation is absent. Here there is presence of vegetative reproduction through fragmentation. Vegetative reproduction through fragmentation is very much common here. I have written name of different spores which are formed in these groups. I will be describing these spores in detail laterly in this chapter. Now after asexual structure, let's see what is their condition with respect to sexual one. Sexual reproduction. In the Oomycetes, sexual reproduction occurs through planogametic copulation. Gametic copulation. Along with that, another method is gametangial contact, which I will be describing in detail in this chapter. Now in the zygomycetes, there is presence of gametangial copulation. सिर्फ एक तरह की सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन zygomacetes के अंदर प्रेजेंट है, that is gametangial copulation, which is also known as gametangial conjugation. Only one type of sexual reproduction is present, that is conjugation. That's why this fungi, zygomycetes, it is also known as conjugation fungi. In deuteromycetes, sexual structures, they are absent. Sexual reproduction is absent. That's why this group of fungi, it is known as fungi imperfecti. In ascomycetes, sexual reproduction occurs through gametangial contact, gametangial copulation, somatogamy, and spermatization. So you can see versatile type of sexual reproduction is present in ascomycetes. In basidiomycetes, there is presence of somatogamy and spermatization. Now the next one, that is site of karyogamy and meiosis. Site of karyogamy. So you know that what is karyogamy? That is fusion of nuclei. And site of meiosis, that is reductional division. Oomycetes के अंदर the site of karyogamy and meiosis is zygote. Yes, it is zygote, and here the zygote which is formed, that is thin wall zygote, which is known as oospore. Zygomycetes के अंदर again it is zygote, but here the zygote is thick wall, which is known as zygospore. In deuteromycetes, sexual reproduction absent, karyogamy, meiosis absent. Ascomycetes, karyogamy will occur inside a sac-like structure. This sac-like structure is known as ascus. ऐसे sac-like structure बनता है जिसके अंदर होगी karyogamy and meiosis. That's why this group of fungi, it is known as sac fungi. In the basidiomycetes, karyogamy will occur inside a club-shaped structure. Club-shaped structure. This club-shaped structure is known as basidium. That's why it is known as club fungi. Now the last feature I will be dealing here, that is fruiting body. Name one fungi which we eat. Now one fungi which is mostly eaten by all of us, that is mushroom. मशरूम के अंदर जो पार्ट हम खाते हैं, that part is fruiting body. Yes, that is fruiting body. Now in the case of oomycetes, fruiting body formation absent. Zygomycetes absent. Here absent. Here it is present and it is known as ascocarp. Here it is present and it is known as basidiocarp. और मशरूम के अंदर आपने जो फ्रूटिंग बॉडी खाई है, दैट फ्रूटिंग बॉडी रिप्रेजेंट्स basidiocarp. अब ये जो 5 क्लासेस है, इसके अंदर जो ड्यूटेरोमाइसिटीज है, इसके अंदर सेक्सुअल रिप्रोडक्शन एब्सेंट है. दिस ग्रुप इज नोन एज फंजाई इम्परफेक्टाई. It is also known as dustbin group of fungi. It is also known as artificial class of fungi. Now why it is so? कोई भी फंजाई डिस्कवर हुई और अगर उसके अंदर सेक्सुअल फेज एब्सेंट है तो उस फंजाई को आप प्लेस कर देंगे ड्यूटेरोमाइसिटीज में. अब इस फंजाई के अंदर या तो सेक्सुअल फेज टोटली एब्सेंट है या दैट सेक्सुअल फेज हैज नॉट बीन डिस्कवर्ड टिल नाउ. पर जैसे जैसे जो मेंबर्स यहां पर प्रेजेंट है उसमें सेक्सुअल फेज डिस्कवर होती जाएगी. सो दीज मेंबर्स दे विल बी रिमूव्ड फ्रॉम हियर एंड प्लेस्ड इन एप्रोप्रिएट क्लासेस. जिन जिन मेंबर्स के अंदर सेक्सुअल फेज डिस्कवर होती जाएगी, these members they are removed from here and they are placed in appropriate classes on the basis of similarities. सबसे ज्यादा जो मूवमेंट हुई है यहां से मेंबर्स की, that is in the ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. From deuteromycetes, the members they have been transferred to ascomycetes and basidiomycetes. So this is all about different classes of fungi. 5 classes are there. Now in the next class, I will be dealing with the methods of asexual reproduction and sexual reproduction in detail. Along with that, I will also be dealing with some of the life cycle in fungi. Thank you so much.